Windows 11 is a heaping pile of shit. However, it's also necessary for some technology like Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. Linux support with those technologies, they're not very good right now. This is my HTPC, my little mini PC. This is my living room PC that I use for all my homework sessions in the living room, where I do a lot of action. I need to clean this thing. This is a Beelink SER. I've had this for 2 years now, I think, maybe even 3 years, and I've never cleaned it since day one. It has performed magnificently since I bought it, but I figured, you know what? It's time for a reformat. It is time for a refresh. While I do that, I want to show you guys how to debloat Windows 11, because I'm going to be installing Windows 11 fresh. God help me. And I figured there's no better time than now to show you what to do when you buy any computer now. If it has Windows 11 installed, nuke it, install Linux if you can. If not, you're gonna run these scripts. But let's start by taking this bad boy apart and seeing just how terrible it is over the past few years, how much gooch is in here. And judging by the fact I keep getting blasted in the face with the gooch cloud, it's pretty bad. And I promise you, I'm not that tired. It's the lighting. I cannot figure out the lighting here.
Yes.
But, I mean, I am tired, but I'm not like, I just watched that footage.
It's hard looking at you.
I never.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this video is not sponsored by Beelink. I bought this with my own money a few years ago. I want to address the fact that I know there's going to be a lot of Linux users in the comments right now screaming at me, well, why don't you just install Linux? Blah, blah, blah. Dolby Vision, like I said, Dolby Atmos, they're not fully compatible with Linux. And the TV that I'm going to buy eventually, hopefully will have Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. I currently have a receiver that is capable, oh yeah, of both of those technologies, but my TV is not.
It's
wow,
like my,
look at that.
Butterfly tattoo on my back.
Oh, that's true. It does. Oh yeah, look at that.
Dude, that thing hurt so much when I got it.
Jeez.
Don't drink and drive, people.
Wait, what? And I also want to use this as a full-fledged PC for when I need to do things that require a PC. So I'm using Windows 11. One of the things that you need to learn when you are a computer guy is don't judge other people's OS choices. Whatever works for them best is what they should use. You should always introduce them options, but if they don't take them for whatever reason, it's up to them. So unfortunately, I'm taking Windows 11 on this.
Yes.
Thank you, Lupe. It looks like this is aged pretty decent. I mean, I'm proud of the lack of gooch here. I thought there would be much more gooch, but we haven't got to the other side of this thing yet. Don't you dare look at my... I can hear him. Now this has 16 gigabytes of RAM. I have to be quiet when I say that because you never know if the RAM burglar's listening.
Who?
Yes. The NVMe in here, I think, is a 512 gigabyte. I don't even know. I don't really use the storage, the onboard storage. I have everything hooked up to my Ugreen NAS, which is like a 20 terabyte NAS. So that's where I keep all my important files. Gotta disconnect the Wi-Fi card here. I guess this also...
P-stash, right?
P-stash?
P-stash.
EO? Pistachio? Is that what you're trying to say?
Heck yeah.
Yes. That's your safe word? Pistachio? Lupe doesn't have any safe words, we all know this. I really like this thing because it's super easy to friggin' work on, dude. These little mini PCs are awesome. Wow. Oh man, I am shocked. I was expecting this to be just completely covered with gooch. This is the main intake right here.
Wow.
Wow.
Looks like we need to hit it with Fantic. Put some holes in it.
That's a great idea, Lupe. But today's sponsor is not Fantic. It's Incogni.
Boom, roasted.
You're looking at me weird, Lupe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Because being spied on is creepy, but the reality is all of us are being spied on by corporations that are selling our precious info to these weird websites like the creepy people search sites. Thankfully, companies like Incogni exist to make sure our data stays out of the hands of creeps and weirdos, like this guy. Incogni also makes sure it stays safe from malicious actors that use it to commit fraud like they did on my wife a few years ago. We had to freeze her credit, so I froze his body. But I never want to go through that trauma ever again, which is why we signed up for Incogni. Incogni scans the entire interwebs for your data and sends takedown requests that take forever if you did it manually. And this takedown request isn't just a one-time thing. Incogni makes sure your data is removed and it stays removed. And if you have the unlimited plan, you can send any URL to Incogni and they'll make sure your data is removed. Try it out for yourself. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. If you do end up sticking with them, you can use my code TechSperts at the link below to get 60% off an annual subscription. So you can just sit back and watch them fight sketchballs to take back your privacy. Now, I'm not going to drill any additional holes. I'm not going to remove this dust filter because this thing hasn't been overheating. The temps have been pretty good, even playing like 4K HDR. The temps are fine, but I am going to replace the thermal paste while I have it apart because why not? You know, why shouldn't I? It's a decent little cooling system too. You don't have one of these, right? You have an NVIDIA Shield, you said? Mm-hmm. Nice. My Lupe still rocking the 11-year-old NVIDIA Shield.
Watching YouTube TV, baby.
Yeah, okay, YouTube. Yeah, Feds, get this man. Fan's not coming out. I think it might be attached by this little guy right here. Little piece of
ass.
Wait, what? Little piece of ass? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's see where his mind is. This guy right here. I'm gonna have to replace that. There we go. So it's just a fan. All that does is cool the gooch out of here. Look at that. This is the least goochiest thing in my entire apartment.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, see, Lupe's been there. He knows. I'm disgusting. Cool. So let's take off these 4 screws, and now we're gonna get to the paste. All right. It's a moment of truth. Oh, wait. I forgot this guy. That cools all the little VRMs over there. All the little guys. Wow, what the heck? I don't know what kind of thermal paste this is. It's like shiny almost, but it's not liquid metal. Huh, it's like Arctic silver or something. It had a really good connection, whatever it is. It had a really good connection.
Liquid paste, baby.
It is liquid paste. Thank you, Lupe. All right, breaking news. This is liquid metal. So this is liquid metal. I didn't put it here. This is just my little applicator, but that's liquid metal, but this is thermal paste, no? I'm very curious what Beelink did with this thing, because that's most certainly not all liquid metal, unless the liquid metal like dried. I've never seen liquid metal do this. So look at that. There's liquid metal on the sides, and then liquid metal on the sides there. What's going on? Yes, because that's definitely paste, my dude. So I don't know if they mixed liquid metal with paste or something, but regardless, we're just gonna put PTM 7950 on this thing, so we'll be fine.
Maybe we should just dunk the whole thing in 99% alcohol.
Probably do that.
And then drink the alcohol.
We should do that. So I laid out some PTM 7950 on here. Whatever paste they used, it was very good. I mean, this thing, again, the temps were good, so I probably didn't even have to do that. But I'm keeping the silicone on there because the silicone is in good condition.
Wasn't that good?
It was the best, Lupe. So now I'm gonna put it back together, and then we're gonna get to the crux of the video, which is installing Windows 11. The most disgusting AI-filled, bloated, agentic piece of shit that you've ever seen in your life.
Why don't we just put Windows 7 on there?
Because I'm connecting this to the internet, Lupe. And I do not want to connect Windows 7. There's going to be comments in there, too. Oh, God, there's going to be comments. Oh, I love this thing. You want your own LTT precision screwdriver? Link below.
Oh, you got yes.
All right, Lupe's tattoo has been removed. The paste has been added, and we are assembled.
Ouch.
I know, I'm sorry. Laser removal. That's what we just did on Lupe's back. Let's get Windows installed.
5 minutes later.
Now, this isn't how to put Windows 11 on a USB video, but if you're gonna put Windows 11 on a USB, do it using Rufus. So download Windows 11 ISO from Microsoft's website, and then download Rufus, select the ISO. After you select the USB that you're gonna use, when you click Start, make sure to check Create Local Account, automatically log in, all that stuff. So basically that'll bypass all the Create Microsoft Account BS that Microsoft forces you to do when you install Windows fresh. You don't have to do that here, because I already did it. Now, a lot of these mini PCs will have proprietary drivers, so if you are doing this with a mini PC, like the Beelink, just make sure you have the drivers beforehand, or at least have like the recovery software. Sometimes a lot of these companies will have like a zip file or something on their website that you can download that has all the drivers on them. Why are you looking at me like that? And this is where the suffering begins. Let's connect you to a network. Okay, all right. Psych? Bitch, we're not connecting. What's internet, Lupe?
What?
Exactly. We don't connect to networks here, buddy.
Did you hear that?
Oh, I heard those knees, man. Oh my God. We need to get you an exoskeleton.
Yes, they sell those now.
Almost there. Yeah, that's what she said. She was lying. Here we go. Here's the good stuff. I'm not going to show you how to do, because this is an AI removal video, right? It's an everything video. So I'm not going to show you how I'm going to set this up. I've downloaded a bunch of drivers and stuff, so I'm going to skip all that. But I am going to show you afterwards the AI tools. So when you first open up Microsoft Edge, you're greeted with this bullshit So this is the bullshit we're talking about, right? It's gonna make you click on 16,000 different things to steal your data. So what I like to do, I just leave it on this screen and I right click on Edge down here. I do new in private window. So that'll open up a private window. That way all the cookies and stuff, they're not gonna be stored. So they say. And the first thing I do on these new computers, I go to night.com and I start downloading all the software I want. This is a fantastic website. We use it for everything. So I'm gonna download what I need to download here, and then we're gonna just click next. So let's get started on that one.
One eternity later.
Beautiful, so Night is finished installing the programs I want. I'm gonna Control-Shift-Escape, it's gonna open up Task Manager, and I am gonna kill Microsoft Edge. And another quick tip, you know how these all bounce around?
No.
Right, all crazy, depending on what is using the CPU. If you hold Control, it stops it. So, hold Control, end task. And now Microsoft Edge is no more temporarily until I open it up again, of course. Because you can't X out of that screen. Microsoft locks you into that screen, which is insane. So now that I'm in Firefox, I'm going to download uBlock Origin, and I'm going to disable, because even Firefox now has some BS. Yes, set as default. Okay, I am default. All right, now we're finally ready to get to the meat of the video, removing Windows AI. So first, I'm going to run Chris Titus Tech, because this is going to debloat Windows before the AI is actually removed. So Chris Titus has a GitHub, which is Chris Titus Tech, WinUtil. A GitHub. Oh, Lupe. You say GIF? You say GIF?
GIF.
You say GIF? Mm-hmm. Well, you're wrong.
Put in the comments down below.
It's GIF. If you say anything other than GIF.
Or this guy.
Graphical interface. Graphical interface.
The G is silent, my friend.
The G is not silent. Lasagna, the G is silent. Lil Wayne taught me that, amongst other drugs. I mean,
it's like
things.
Django.
That's what? The D is silent in Django.
Sure it is. Why not just spell it with the J?
So J, okay, we're gonna have to fight the
greatest
technician that's ever lived. Chris Titus also has a website. I think it's christitus.com. You can also go there to get the utility. Now, these aren't executables. You can make it an executable if you download it from here if you want to run it offline, but it is not natively an executable. You run it in Windows PowerShell. So I'm gonna right click on this command, I'm gonna copy it, and then right click on your start menu and terminal admin, which is essentially PowerShell. Yes. Now, I'm gonna Control V this baby. And it's gonna do magic, and then boom. We're gonna pop up with all the stuff that we need. Now, you should never listen to a YouTuber that's telling you to download something off GitHub. Don't you dare say it. GitHub. No one says GitHub. Graphics? Do you say graphics like graphics? Don't ever listen to a YouTuber. Do your own research. God, I hate even saying that. But literally, make sure you fact check what people ever tell you, especially if they're telling you to download something off a website and run it. Just fact check everything, okay? Don't believe anything anybody tells you ever, unless it's backed up with scientific evidence, okay? Because this is how we got in the situation we're in right now. Mm-hmm. A bunch of dumb people didn't trust a bunch of smart people that were right about things, and now here we are with the world on fucking fire. So, Chris Titus utility gives you a bunch of different things. I don't do any of these things. You can install all this stuff, you know, HW info, HW monitor, CPU-Z, super helpful stuff. We're just gonna stick to the tweaks, because the tweaks are debloating, essentially, is what it is. We're gonna disable activity history, consumer features. If you hover over the disable, it'll actually tell you what it's going to do. I'm absolutely gonna do consumer features. We don't need disk cleanup right now. We'll do it afterwards. End task with right click, I love that. File Explorer, automatic discovery, I don't like that. I like having one type of thing. Hibernation I'm disabling, location tracking disabling. Microsoft Store results, I don't want any Microsoft Store stuff. I don't want telemetry in PowerShell, because why the f is telemetry in PowerShell? That's insane. Restore point, we are gonna create a restore point just in case. Services set to manual. Start menu previous layout. I do like the old layout. I don't like this new layout, even though actually I think this is the old layout. Disable telemetry, temporary files. There's no temp files right now, so I'm not even gonna bother removing that. Yes, I don't want that. Unwanted pre-install removes annoying widgets in the bottom of the... you know, I'm torn with that one, because sometimes I do like that.
Yeah.
But,
clutch.
Yeah, but I don't like this. I mean, for fuck's sake, look how long that just took to load. This is such garbage. Now, you have the advanced tweaks, which a lot of them I don't mess with. If you have a pirated version of Adobe, you want to enable that. I pay for Adobe. Background apps, I'm going to disable because I don't want background apps. You can debloat all that stuff. I'm going to keep Microsoft Edge only because I've run into weird issues when I've removed Microsoft Edge where the system won't open certain links because Microsoft thinks it's insane, unfathomable, inconceivable that someone would ever remove Microsoft Edge, so they make it like the default link opener browser for Outlook and all this crazy stuff. So I am unfortunately going to keep Microsoft Edge there, but I'm going to debloat it and I'm just going to let it just chill. Microsoft OneDrive, completely remove. Razor software auto install, that garbage isn't installed on my thing right now anyways. Right click menu previous layout, that is one of my favorite ones because what the fuck is this, dude? I hate this menu so much. It's a pile of trash. I hate it so much. I can't even express my hatred towards it. Storage sense, I'm gonna disable. I don't need storage sense. I'm not gonna disable you know what? I am gonna disable notifications. Don't need those. Visual effects, we can keep that. Windows AI, disable. Xbox and gaming components. I actually am going to keep that just in case I ever play games on this thing. So I'm gonna chill with that right now. Gonna go over here. These are just like custom preferences. I am gonna enable dark theme.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
My eyes.
Yeah. Oh my God, Lupa, your eyes are bleeding. I like File Explorer, file extensions. I do like seeing hidden files. And you see how quick it does it? It does it quick. Microsoft Outlook new version? Absolutely not. Mouse acceleration, I'm gonna keep it on this computer because I use a little Logitech thingy with a trackpad until Framework releases theirs. Scroll bars, always visible. I hate scroll bars when they're missing. Settings, homepage, start menu, Bing search, no. Start menu recommendations, no. I don't want either of those things. I like the centered icons, it's fine. Task view icon, I don't need that either. And I'm going to enable ultimate performance because I don't care about power on this thing. This is such an efficient chip. I don't care about it. So that's that. Now I want to apply these tweaks right now. I'm going to click run tweaks. And it's going to take a while. So probably like 3 minutes or so, which is a very long time. Now the other goated program inside of Chris Titus's utility is O&O Shutup 10 Plus Plus. So what this does is essentially remove all the bullshit in terms of AI, advertising, data leakage, all that stuff within Windows. And they make it easy. So you can go through this huge list. Dude, just the fact this entire list exists is insane how much bloat is in Windows and how much, like, it's just insane. Anyways, you have two options. You can go down the list by yourself individually, click off whatever you want, or you can apply only recommended settings, which is like the basic stuff, or recommended and somewhat recommended settings, or you can just apply everything. So what I like to do, this is my personal preference, I do recommended and somewhat recommended. And I am going to create a system restore point just in case, because I can just go right back to it. So once we do that, where are we? So I've done that. That's it. It's been done. You can also go into the AI section, which as you see has already been disabled because I ran it through the tweaks right there. So Copilot, gone. Copilot application, gone. And locally stored data for all that stuff. I mean, I'm not going to read all this stuff to you. I'm just showing you the matrix. You can take the pill or not if you want. That's that. You know what? You should donate to these guys. I do have to restart Windows now. Now, I love Mozilla. However, man, I'm so disappointed. Like, what the heck has Mozilla become? I know you got to make money as a nonprofit organization, but I don't want this. I don't want this. So, thankfully, I can just disable everything, which is exactly what I want to do.
Oh, wow.
So now, this is it. I like this. You know why? Because Mozilla is very kind with it. They know, listen, some people don't like it. Here you go. Here's just the screen. So shout out to Mozilla on that one. Now, a lot of the stuff I'm gonna show you is going to be repetitive because we've already removed it with O&O Shutup 10 plus AI Pro Max. So we're on Zoicware's GitHub. Remove Windows AI is the tool. Again, a lot of this stuff is gonna be repetitive, so it's probably already disabled. You know, I'm attacking a fly with a bazooka. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're gonna launch with UI, so I'm gonna just copy that. Gonna go to terminal, right, meow, and once we're in terminal, we are going to Control V, and it will open up our Windows AI GUI.
Chewy.
See, now you don't, Zoicware has some pretty decent options, so I'm going to disable all the AI registry keys. Prevent AI package reinstall. This is a little tricky because it might actually break Windows Update, so I don't click that. I leave it as it is because I'm happy with how it is right now. So actually, I do like Windows Classic Photo Viewer. All these I will keep. I like Photos Legacy as well. And we're going to apply this one. This one's the easiest one. It's very quick. But that's it. That's how I set up a brand new Windows 11 computer for myself personally. Of course, you can load up Steam and all that good stuff. Your options will vary depending on your preferences, but so many people friggin' ask me how to debloat and all this stuff. Like, here it is. For the rest of the video, I'm gonna tell you why I don't hate Microsoft to my core. I would not be in the position I am in today if Microsoft never made Windows, right? And a lot of us can say that. I can acknowledge that Microsoft paved the way for me to be where I am right now because of Windows, while also acknowledging Windows 11 is a heaping pile of shit and is the most embarrassing piece of software that Microsoft has ever made. Clippy would cry if he saw how Windows 11 was right now. And after going to Computex, let me tell you, everybody is telling Microsoft that Windows 11 is just too bloated. Everybody. When I say everybody, I mean like companies. Companies are telling Microsoft. It's not, Microsoft's just not hearing it from you. You're not just screaming into a void. A lot of companies are telling Microsoft like, yo, we can't do this shit anymore. With the RAM crisis, 8 gigabytes of RAM is expensive for them, and that's all they can ship with a lot of these products. We can't afford all the negativity because your fucking operating system is taking up so much like resources in the background that it makes us look bad. We can only afford to give people 8 gigabytes of RAM and still maintain like a $50 profit on our devices. And when 7 gigabytes of that is taken up by your shit, well, we're gonna get the blame for it. For those of you at Microsoft, I know you guys are in on this too. I know you guys believe AI is just destroying your operating system. The years and years that you've spent coding, you're probably gonna get laid off next week because that's the whole idea of AI, right? As much as I fucking hate the current state of Windows 11, it is what I'm used to. Once it's set up properly, it's nice. It's a good operating system once it's set up properly. Out of the box, it's an embarrassment and no one should ever be able to use it. And it's predatory and it's disgusting. And it is a shameful experience that anybody has to endure if they spent hundreds of dollars on the machine, especially the elderly and people that aren't tech savvy. Lupe's shaking his head because Lupe knows. Lupe's dealt with it so many times.
Yo, Andy, is this AI?
With that said, I do appreciate Windows. I appreciate Windows. I appreciate Microsoft making Windows. Not Windows 11, and not how they've crafted it, but the software itself and the fact that it exists has laid the foundation for what we collectively as a society have been able to enjoy and what started our passions and stuff. So with that said, if you know Linux and if you're just doing basic stuff, use Linux. If you don't need proprietary software like I do, Adobe Premiere and all that stuff, just use Linux, man. Use Linux. Oh yeah, let me show the results. Okay, I really wish it would remove LinkedIn. Why is LinkedIn installed? WhatsApp?
Unemployed soon, baby.
Exactly, yeah, that's what they're telling you, Lupe. Good stuff, Lupe. They put LinkedIn on the computer because they know AI is gonna take your job and you're gonna be looking for it. Yeah, this is it. This is how it's gonna come home with me. I'm gonna set it up with my NAS, and I have Media Player Classic. That's my preferred video player. And other than that, I think that's it.